everyone, this is my vlog of our recent trip to Las Vegas. This is us in the taxi that Virgin sent to pick us up and take us to our private entrance because we were travelling upper. This is us waiting in the private check-in that you get with Virgin upper. Very quick, very sleek and straight through into the clubhouse, which was vast. We had a lovely English breakfast. You literally could order anything you wanted at all on this huge list. And then we had a glass of champagne. We didn't get there too early, but we did want to enjoy the lounge. So if you want to scan here to see the menu. It's a lovely, light, modern, airy lounge. Loads of areas to sit, huge comfy seats. And everyone, there's so much staff, they all fall over themselves. There's lovely pod areas and some really quirky places. I loved this seating area which had massive TV screens which people were sitting on. This was right next to the ladies' loo. Lots of places to take Instagram pictures, and I had some Peloton bikes which looked very clean and unused, I have to say, but you could use them and then go and have a shower if you wanted to, and you had a perfect view of all the Virgin Atlantic planes that we were all waiting to get on, and I believe our one is the nearest one. So I love that area. We then went up a flight of stairs and there's an outside area, so if you're a plane enthusiast you could go to an outside area at the airport. Very windy. I spent the entire time thinking the door's going to red shut and we actually won't be able to get to our flight and we're going to miss our plane, but that didn't happen. But yeah, lots of planes. If you like planes, it was a nice place to sit. The weather wasn't great, it was very windy. This was the day before the big storm we had in the UK, so it was incredibly windy, but it was nice to see all the planes getting ready. Then it was time to catch our flight, so we exited the lounge and headed to the gate. Now the gate was quite far away, the escalators were working, so we were travelling upper to Las Vegas. This was a flight that had been cancelled many times, and we actually booked it with our points. I will link all the information below about how to get a flight incredibly cheap. I'll talk to you about that a little bit later, but this is us on the way to the gate. You can see it was a very long way away. I believe we were gate number 32. That is our plane taking us all the way to Las Vegas. So our gate number was 36. We finally get on the plane. We got on first because we're travelling in upper. I just was going to show you, on the way out we sat in seats K, 4 and 5, and on the way back we sat in seats A, 5 and 6, so I sat on both sides. So this is us in row K on the way out. It was quite airy. My husband's sitting to the right of me and we're just about to take off, and when you get on the plane you will have a can of water. They were my sweets that I brought with me. So this is the menu. For the mains you had a choice of 3 things: 2 starters, 2 puddings, and basically all the drink you wanted, and you just would order it as you want. Then they did a meal later on in the journey, and then these were all the different sorts of wines and stuff. It's quite a comprehensive menu, cocktails and bar service bits and hot drinks. I love the safety video. If you've travelled Virgin, it's exactly the same. Lots, just unique. I really like that. So once we started to take off, it was quite weird sitting to the side because you got your back to the window, so I'd never taken off, so I tried to look out the window to take off for our trip to Vegas. The flight time was around 11 hours, I believe, which sounds like a long time, but if you've got plenty of things to do. Now I did take my iPad with me, fully loaded up with things to watch as well, and there we go, we are taking off. Goodbye Heathrow, see you in a week's time. So back into your area of the plane, you have this little tiny seat to put your feet on. Everyone took their shoes off, and then there was loads of places to hide stuff. So underneath you could pop bits to sort of a hidden area, because storage is quite key on a plane. There was never anywhere to put anything, but that was a pretty good little storage area, and I managed to find a little spot to put my iPad. I wedged that down the side there, and then in the main area, this is your TV, which I have to admit I didn't even look at it. I put the little map on, but I didn't watch it at all. You can see that the exact flight time was 10 hours 17 minutes. I think we actually did it in about 9.5 because he put his foot down. But there is loads of stuff to watch: TV programmes, games, lots of stuff. Just clicks out and clicks back in. And yeah, this little tiny drinks table next to you to put your drink on. You have to stow away when you take off. A little holder there to put an extra drink as well. I must have had about 5 of these cans of waters during the flight, so that's a handy little spot to put bits. You've got a little reading light next to you, which again I did use back when it went all dark, so I do tend to turn the lights on the way back. There's a little armrest, which is really good, little tiny place which I thought I'm going to put my mobile phone, get off the plane and forget it, but that did go up and down. So here you get a pair of headphones as well. Now these are noise cancelling headphones, and I actually used these on the way back because I managed to not charge my Bose headphones, but I thought they were really good, comfy, got a padded top bit, and they're quite a chunky fit around the ear, so they're really good. The entertainment system is exactly the same whichever class you're in, and you have a little hand control as well, as the main thing. On the left hand side you have another armrest, and then you have the buttons to make the chair go back and the button for the table. So the table is just the side, you press the button, it pops out, then you push down on the top and this huge table comes out. So it was a really big table. It slid across. The idea was a little chair in front of you, you could sit with someone dining together. No chance. There was no way an adult was going to fit on that chair. So we didn't try and do that. But you could get out just about if you had the table out with bits on to go to the loo. But really good size if you're working with a laptop, and yeah, so it just slid across. So the goodie bag you get, I believe you get these in every economy, premium and upper. So this is what you got in upper. You got a packet with some socks. This is a lip balm from Ren. I really like Ren, so it was nice that you got those three things in. This is the hand cream, which I'm still using actually. I've got that in my bag. And then you got a day cream. So that's the beauty bits you get. Then you get toothpaste. This is the whitening toothpaste. And then you got a pen and the eye mask, which I did use actually. Don't usually use them, but I did use just to block out some of the light on the way back, not on the way out, on the way back. Then you get the earplugs and a bamboo toothbrush. So it's definitely an eco-friendly goodie bag. So just the front of the plane, you can see the cabin crew, that's where they did all the food and drinks. There's no loose at the front there at the back. And I love the lighting, it did change colour throughout the flight, which was nice. And as you can see, we are cruising nicely. So as I said with the entertainment, this is the screen. I didn't really use it at all, apart from looking where we were on the map. And we were flying across Dublin and across Canada. And it makes you realise that Canada is huge and there's massive empty spaces. So then they came around with the drink service. I had a gin and tonic. And one of the tricks, if you have an iPad, get one of these covers so that it goes behind the iPad and has a big cover. It hooks round. So this is an iPad Pro, so it's quite big. But if you've got a cover where it hooks round, you can hook it on where the holder is and watch your iPad. So that's what I did, and push it just backwards out the way, and it worked beautifully. So this works if you are in British Airways as well, because they have like a big slot in front of you on the seat and you can just put the back down. So my little tip. There's also these buttons which I didn't seem to think worked very well, but they did. You had to press it for ages to tint the window, and you can completely block it out if you wanted to make it darker. So you can see it was definitely a party plane. Business people standing around. I kind of didn't want to film too much because I felt a little bit awkward, but people would walk around and chat. It's a very sociable area, so you can, chat to people next to you or move around, sit in the plane, lean over the seats. You can see everyone was having a good time, lots of wedding parties. So then came the food. So I had the Waldorf salad to start with, which was very nice, and then I had a curried cauliflower pie, which was delicious. If you like curry, really, really nice. Too much, couldn't finish it, too much food. My husband had the meat dish, which I believe is lamb. Again, he said that was very nice. And he had all of his. Then the pudding was like a chocolate bomb with raspberry, I think. That was very nice as well. And they serve it all on a tablecloth. And then my window eventually did, I don't know if it's tinting itself, but you can see how tinted it is compared to the other people. So I kept trying to make it work, but it was just a bit slow. So it is working, you've got buttons, so it really does take the glare out, which is quite good. So then this is a few hours later, and you can see the mood lighting. It's much, much darker in the cabin, which is really nice, and the tinted window. Another can of water. I was watching Ocean's 11, as you do, and it calmed down a little bit now, but I really love the lighting. Everything was much more relaxed. Lots of someone working, like that guy. He was only going for 2 days, all the way to Vegas. And then we decided we'd go up to the bar. So this is the bar area at the front when you come in. This is just for upper, so they'll serve you drinks here. There's loads of snacks, fruit, there's a big screen, and this was us on the way to Las Vegas. You see someone has gone to sleep. This is actually on the way back, but I hadn't filmed very much in the bar, so I came back to sat in the same plane. But yeah, no, really nice place to sit and chat if you want to with other people in Upper. And they were serving alcoholic drinks on the way back. There's little bar stalls and stuff, so that's quite novel. Then it was time to put the bed down, and there's a special button at the side that you press. You get everything out of the way, especially the earphones, and the chair flips on itself and goes completely flat. So that is the bed, and then you get a little pack which has a mattress, cover, pillow and duvet. And I actually did find it comfortable. I did sleep a bit, definitely the earplugs. So this is the position when you're lying in the bed with a seatbelt round you so they leave you alone. And as you can see now, everyone was literally lying down. This is on the way, just lying down watching stuff. Again, lighting's changing again. Everyone had calmed down a little bit now. I think a few people had nodded off that were enjoying themselves with the drink at the start. But it was very relaxed, very calming, just really, really nice. And if you wanted anything, they kept coming around asking for bits and pieces. This is flying over Canada, which had the most amazing scenery that just seemed to go on for hours. So then it got bright in the cabin again, and because they want to give you your next meal, another can of water. At this point I started watching The Crown for the millionth time. So I kind of watched it for a little bit. Then I did some shopping. You can pre-order stuff and get discount, but I picked up this beautiful palette. I think it was £18, but I really loved it. So I did buy some shopping. I managed to buy a bit of duty free, and I really liked that, made by Delilah. Then they came around with the afternoon tea choice. I went for the classic afternoon tea, which was a mozzarella roll, I think, and then the little cakey bits and a cup of tea. And I didn't take the salt and pepper shaker, I left that. Just as we fly over Canada before we land, I'm just going to tell you my honest review on travelling Upper Virgin Atlantic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was really comfortable. The staff could not do enough for you. Food and drink, more than you could ever eat. And I really, really enjoyed it. Now, we booked these flights with points and money. So we paid 1,100 quid return, plus 290,000 points that we have accrued. So I will link all the information below so you can find out how you too can save up points and then travel in style to far-flung places. I would also say that we have travelled premium economy to Vegas as well, and that is also super comfortable. So if Upper is outside of your budget or you can't book it with the points, I would say premium economy is pretty good actually. I actually would happily travel either way. As I said, the Virgin staff were fantastic. I loved the fact they picked you up, took you to the airport. Check-in was swift, the lounge was great. It is an experience, and it made it very relaxing when you got there. The only downside of travelling to Vegas is you do stand for an hour in the customs queue, and they don't move quick in America. You do, if you're American, you're straight through, but we have to get in the big long queue. So the only downside is the bit we've just done for an hour. But other than that, I loved it. I would highly recommend it. So if you can book with points, I show you how to do it. It's really easy if you're renovating a house because you buy lots of stuff and just make sure you use this method. So I've got a few more videos coming up as well. The Encore is my favourite hotel in the entire world, and I've done some videos of our room, of some of the fantastic restaurants we went to because we dined in a few of the brand new restaurants never been to before. Lakeside is my favourite restaurant, and it still is. And we also travel over to Resorts World, and I've done 3 or 4 different videos. So please hit the subscribe button so you'll see when I post the videos next week, and thank you for watching.